Hi, lastly, to edit polylines and modify them is I'm going to show you the align command. So there's no shortcut. You just type in align, ALIGN, then space. Select the object that I want to be aligned. So this is what is going to then be modified. So I select it, left click on it, space bar. Now we're using 2 points. So I select from the source object my first point to then where I want it to then be aligned to. So I want it to be aligned to this line in this direction. So now I am clicking the first destination point. Now I'm going to go back in my second point on my source point, and this is all with left clicking, and now I'm going to click on the destination point of the second point. I left click. Now I don't need to do a third point since I'm in 2 dimensions. Now I just hit spacebar to enter. Now I can scale it or just align it. In this instance, this first time I'm going to just align it without scaling. So I'm just going to hit spacebar for no. And now you can see is it has aligned it and kept its original scale. So now let's say I wanted to scale and align this. For advanced users, please take note because we will be doing a course that will use align with scaling for Google Earth and how to use Google Earth to create base sheets for a project. So this is important if this is something that you want to use. I use this for clients to create inexpensive base sheets instead of having to go out by hand and take measurements. So again, I type in align. I'm going to select the object here. My first base point to my first source point, or my first destination point. My second source point to my second destination point. And now I type Y for yes. Now you will see is it scaled it up to be that line. And so it is bigger than what it used to be. That is what I'm going forward and then undoing. So you can see what has happened. So that's a very helpful tool. I don't use it often, but when I do need it, it's very handy. So, I've spent quite a bit of time on polylines, and I'm going to show you, this is a drawing in the professional world. You can see this isn't even a heavily used drawing. This is a moderate sized drawing, but you can see all of these are all polylines. So this is a polyline, polyline, polyline. These stairs, polyline, 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 polyline. I mean, I could just hit polyline on all this stuff. This is all polylined. This was all created with an offset command. These are all polylines. All this line work is polyline. All of our line work here, these are polylines. Polyline. This line right here is a polyline. these lines right here, these are all polylines. So lots of polylines everywhere. These lines, all these gray lines are polylines. This line, or these lines in here are polylines. So each one of these little blocks in here have polylines in them. So there's literally probably hundreds of thousands of polylines that make up this drawing. So it's a very important command. And then you can see with offset here, it's like, for instance, we have this line that then we offset to create this red line, which then we offset also this way to create this line. And so we're actually able to draw it once, and then I've used it at least 2 other times for a total of 3 times to save from redrafting. And then it looks nice because it's uniform. It's equal the entire way. You can see it doesn't vary, which is just provides a clean look in the drawing. So this is why I stress polylines. And once you know how to edit polylines and modify polylines, is you will use those same tools on all the other objects, whether it's a polygon, a circle, a square, any other type of objects. It's the same way that you edit those objects is the same that we've learned to edit polylines. Yeah, so thank you for sticking around and learning how the importance of polylines and how to modify and edit them.